Greetings. I have no idea what I'm going to say in this video. Sometimes you just got to turn it on and see what happens. So, we are in June. We are heading into another eclipse on the 10th, so in a couple of days. We are heading into the summer solstice, and we are also with an eclipse behind us. So I'm sure that you, like I, am feeling the effects of these changes, these galactic happenings in your body, in your life. So this past year has served to move away the veils, to allow things to become more transparent in our reality, so that we could get an opportunity to really know for ourselves what is truth, to really choose the reality that we are buying into or not buying into. And if there isn't one available, we are choosing to create the one for ourselves that we are creating, that we are wanting to be in. So it can be a confusing time for people. It can be a time wrought with pangs and anxieties from the past, especially if you aren't one that has spent time settling into the self and feeling good with what's going on in here. So I encourage you through this eclipse cycle to take time for yourself, to kind of pull in and really assess personal space, personal self, if you haven't already. I know we did that a lot last year, but then we all kind of started to come out a little bit and test the water, and we were feeling anxious to get back to life and get out in the world, right? But there's a calling to kind of check back in before an opportunity to spring forward into reality comes. So that's what this time is offering us. It's offering us a time to really check in with ourselves, really check in with our space, with our bodies, with our belief structure, with our homes, like how are we keeping our homes? How's our relationships with our children, with our significance, with our families, with our friends? And I encourage you to check in on those people and see how they are doing and see how those relationships are. And it's also a time for recognizing what needs to be severed, what needs to be released, what is not going to come forward with you. And we're in a retrograde. Mercury retrograde can, especially this potent one in its own sign, can cause us to really go into the past and look at all those communications and relationships and contracts that we've had on various levels to see if they're still valid and legit going forward. I'm shuffling some tarot cards here, so I'm feeling like I'm going to pull some for the collective and see what's in store for this eclipse, this next eclipse on the 10th here. So in a couple of days, 3 days from now, it's Monday the 7th today, and we're looking at Thursday for the eclipse. And let's look at the situation. Let's look at what is the main energy of that eclipse holding. Okay, so we got Ace of Pentacles, but it came up in the reverse. So Ace of Pentacles is that new reality being extended to us. Here it is, here's that new reality, but in the reverse, it's almost like something could be dropping. A reality that's not being maybe fully grasped yet. It actually has the potential to fall out of your hands. So something about this energy, do we need to turn something around to look at it a different way? Do we need to change our grip on something? Do we need to let something drop, some reality drop that looked like it was going to be a new reality, but it's not going to actually be what we thought? Does it need to be released? Some reality that presented itself but isn't really the thing, okay, that we thought that it was. So allowing that, or being prepared that it's not going to be that thing. So our biggest challenge at this time is Six of Swords. Six of Swords is a rite of passage. We are in an initiation point. And I did a reading for someone yesterday that really spoke to me in that the energy of this passage, this eclipse, this time that we're in, has a calling of the clans energy coming with it. And it's really stoked, the fire of that is stoked through our word, through our song, through our voice. So to be really careful what we say during this time, what we put out there in our voice, that will either call the clan together or will disperse us, will either draw us closer together or the opposite. So it is a rite of passage, it is an initiation, it is a crossing from one reality to another, though the reality that we're reaching for, we may just have the illusion of what that reality is first before the actual, because coming from the heavens in the upper plane, Knight of Swords says there is a swift movement, there is a swift progression happening. Even like a swift change of ideas or change of information that's coming in, and how this translates on the earth plane is reverse Hierophant. So this is Hierophant, and the upright is the structure. The current structure could be the medical, the government, the church, but in the reverse, it is our own beliefs. So there's a quick shift into what we know to be true, what our beliefs are, what our personal structures are. That's how this rite of passage is translating. In fact, Ace of Pentacles could even say the old reality that we're trying so hard to think we want to put back together isn't being put back together because something new is coming in. So let's look at what the recent past is holding. Reverse Moon. Recent past is the disillusionment. How perfect. The falling of the veils, as I just said. So the Moon card is normally speaking of the illusion, of the dream, and in the reverse, we have pulled the veils down. We are no longer in the dream or in the haze or in the fantasy. Where this energy is taking us is Two of Cups, is love, partnership, communion, people coming together in fulfillment. So that is a beautiful energy, and anyone who is struggling in a partnership now, know that whatever reality didn't just work, new love is coming in. It's just on the heels of this eclipse energy. So what is our best course of action during this time? Six of Pentacles. So this is bringing balance and harmony into our life, so the giving and the receiving is the same. So if you've been extra giving, make sure you're taking time to receive for the self. And if you've been really thinking about yourself, maybe it's time to offer some of that up, which is what I'm doing today in this video for you. Is I have been filling my own cup and doing this cleanse that I've been on, fasting, to cleanse the body, and I want to offer some of that up to you. So that is the Six of Pentacles, trying to keep those scales balanced, is our action during this time. What can we know is the environmental influence of this eclipse? Well, Three of Cups is a celebratory energy. That's very much a celebration, friends, gathering. So there is something exciting about this energy coming in, about that Ace of Pentacles being reversed. I want to pull another card on that reversed Ace of Pentacles. Why reverse Ace of Pentacles as a situation? Well, Page of Swords says new beliefs are coming in, new understandings. Again, right there with Knight of Swords, which wants to swiftly bring it in. Exciting, exciting. So let's look at what is our greatest hope or our greatest fear at this time as a collective? What is the greatest hope or fear? Knight of Rods. Interestingly, that is the Knight of Shining Armor. That is the one who swoops in and sort of woos you into a new love or new passion or new rendezvous. So this is all what we want to be swept off our feet. We want that night energy coming in, but it's also something we are trepidous about. And in reality too, we would like this reality to just be cleaned up by a knight in shining armor energy, but we also sort of fear that because we don't know. Night energy can feel like it's fleeting, right? So let's look at what goes along with this Two of Cups as the lasting effect. An Eight of Rods speaks to, again, similar to Knight of Swords, much incoming energy, incoming messages. The Eight of Rods is like the Mercury in Gemini, the incoming messages. And they're swift and there's many. So both of these, Knight of Swords and Eight of Rods, they are the quickest energies in the deck. They are speaking to no more delays. So I think we can really see, let's pull more on this Two of Cups energy and this Eight of Rods. This love that is not delayed. Reverse High Priestess is like, it's bringing out the information of what has been hidden, what has not been shown, that is of the mystery, of the mysterious. High Priestess in the reverse is like not knowing the mystery, not knowing the powers that be, that are connected into the highest. So that is swiftly being unveiled, and Two of Cups to come to a time of forgiveness. Five of Cups in the reverse, finally realizing what losses had to be taken, but now what benefits come from that, and we can move into forgiveness and have that true love energy come in that allows us to see beyond the mystery, or into the mystery, and receive those messages. Well, this is really awesome. I'm going to pull just one more as a guidance card along with that Six of Pentacles. Let's see, any other guidance? Justice. For the collective, I think this is a welcome card, that this eclipse brings the action of justice, the guidance of justice, that justice is guiding this moon. So let's have a couple of runes on this for the collective. Where we're coming from the womb space, Burkano. So we've been in like a gestation period through this whole last year. And we are now in Laguz, where we are receiving messages from the bigger picture. We are starting to tap into the bigger awareness field. What energy is blessing us during this time? Okay, so reverse manas. Manas is all about interdependence, and it is a connection with the divine, a partnership with the divine. So in the reverse, what's blessing us is actually noticing where we've had a severed connection with the divine, to become aware of that so that we can receive those messages that want to come in. And what do we have to put up with during this passage? Ing is the rune of the seed ready to burst. So where Burkano is the womb and like the feminine essence, Ing is the masculine seed that seeds the new and it prepares to be born, to burst forth, or to be fertilized. So we have to kind of put up with that there's something still in seed form as the information is coming in, and as we're recognizing where we've been severed, what new beliefs we need to have. Where this energy is going for the collective is Sowilo, which is the empowerment rune. So we're coming into an empowerment that feels like a new partner, a new love, a new awareness that is an activation of the confidence and the solar power in the collective. Really, really beautiful, powerful reading here. So sitting with that, with you all, how do we take this energy in? And this is where I dial it back to life force management and say, how do I take this information into my body? First of all, when all this is spoken, how are you feeling in your body? Check in right now. Check in with your body. Where are you holding? Where are you feeling it? I'm feeling my throat. I'm feeling my low hips. I'm feeling my shoulders. So then just take a moment to breathe into those places. Maybe move that roll of shoulders. Move body. And imagine taking this information into all your cells. So the cells are aware consciously of what's happening. And allow yourself to receive whatever resonates, whatever you feel like a yes with from what I've said. And whatever you don't, you can just allow that to move off. And the goal, as the Two of Cups is highlighting in the future outcome, let's dial into the heart space. This is like partaking of the love vibration with the other, the outer or the inner. Feel how much your heart is open or closed to receiving this love. And if you can, take a few deep breaths into your heart and out of your heart. And tune in to some gratitude, appreciation for all the love that you have been able to feel in your life up to this point. Gratitude for all the love you have been able to feel. For yourself, for others, children, lovers, whoever it is. Breathe that gratitude right into your heart. And anywhere where you feel like you haven't, where that ball has been dropped, just let the ball drop. Let the new belief of it's okay, we're going to honor that too, come in. Wherever the ball's dropped, we're going to honor that. This is your own creation, your own reality. Reverse Hierophant is you creating the structure that's right for you, which really just means, who are you? What do you believe? The passage is into you, your true love, between authentic you and authentic reality. And it's a celebration. It's just, it's balanced. Look, we have the scales twice. There's some balancing out, and it's swift. It's happening quickly. And we can forgive the past and release it and move into this new space with gratitude and empowerment. I envision a world of empowered people, and I bless that this eclipse energy helps to initiate that for you and for so many around you. Thank you so much for joining this time, and namaste. Blessings to you. Much love.